Yeah.
I can hear you, but I don't think you have your video on. Maybe?
Oh, I don't have my video on?
No, I'm just seeing black.
Huh. Wait, hold on.
Sure. Now I see your name.
Okay. Do you see me now?
Nope, I see black.
What's going on?
Could there be something covering your lens? Or just weirdly like...
Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Hello.
There you go. There he is.
All right.
How are you doing today?
Huh?
How are you doing
Oh,
today?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Taxes go okay, just long.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's the way taxes are.
Oh, God, I know. I dread it. I hate taxes. Oh.
I know. At least somebody else can do that.
Did you get yours done?
My accountant has it all. But
Oh, okay.
I don't have the results.
Oh, okay.
Still waiting for that part. Okay, there's a few things, if you wouldn't mind, before we get into the practicing, that I would love for you to remove from your background.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Back behind, I think it's probably your left shoulder towards the window. You maybe have like a pair of sneakers.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. Pair of sneakers and then like two bears or two kind of like some kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Much better.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah. Also, last question is, can I get you a little further away from the camera, slightly? Like either by your chair or, you can move your chair or okay. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Good. So, as I mentioned, it's more of, because it's TV, right? Of course, you need to know you need to know what you're talking about, right? You know what you're talking about. And then there's that second part where everyone needs to feel comfortable that the person speaking is speaking kind of on authority about what they're talking about, things like that. So that's why I wanted to try this with you. To see if we can kind of get you to kind of be, because I think you and I were like, we just bonded, so we just started gabbing and speaking like this. But if I make it a little more formal for you, I think you'll be able to give it back to me a little more formal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that was just as much my fault as yours, because
No.
gabbing, and I'm just that's just kind of the way that I don't like to be formal if I don't have to.
I love your personality, so it's...
cool. I mean, thank you. But you don't know me except through a computer, so I'm trying to be a human being and not be so serious and everything. Anyway, so why don't we just? I'm not recording anything yet, but why don't we just try a few of these questions, and we'll just see how it works for you.
Okay.
All right. So the first one would be, would you call Mount Shasta a UFO hotspot, and why?
Yes, I would say that Mount Shasta is a hotspot for UFO activity, and the reason why is there's numerous reports all the time of UFOs, UAPs, strange lights in the sky seen at Mount Shasta. Now, as a retired California Department of Fish and Wildlife supervisor, I've talked to many hunters, locals, hikers, campers, fishermen who have seen UFOs going in and out of Mount Shasta. They see the UFOs and UAPs in the skies. So there's always these reports, and the hunters, they get excited. They'll say, hey, I was out there hunting by Mount Shasta, and I saw 3 UFOs go into the mountain. So yes, Mount Shasta is a UFO hotspot.
Fantastic. I love that. You're 95% there. I just have 2 thoughts. Instead of saying yes, don't say yes. Don't say it like your part of the question is in the answer. so you're not responding to my question. Like if I said to
Oh,
you,
yeah.
here's a simple example. If I said to you, what did you have for dinner last night, and you said pizza. Well, I don't want you to say. I would say for dinner last night I had pizza, right? So you're just giving me full sentences. So I don't need yes and no's, things like that. I just need the content.
Gotcha.
Okay. Cool. But the rest of it was really, really good. Also, in the beginning there, I know you were looking down. You're referencing some things. That's fine. Any way you could actually we call that tape them up to somewhere on the side of your monitor instead of looking down. You could just look sideways.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Even just with a little piece of Scotch tape, or if you have a clipboard or something you could prop up. I'd rather your eyes go a little, kind of to the side than going down.
Gotcha.
If that's possible.
Okay.
And can you still see it there, too?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have to make my font bigger. Yeah. Okay. And then last thing is to, just while I'm thinking about this, again, back to the windowsill there. There's like a blue, I don't know, there's like a green and a purple something. Could you just take them down? Just sitting by the window. It's maybe like a cloth or no, lower. That. Right.
Oh, okay.
That. Just remove that entirely.
Okay.
If you can. I see it goes all along. Got it. Okay.
Is that better?
A little more. I don't really want to see any of it if it's possible.
Okay.
That should work. Yeah. And now I just see kind of the window curtain and we're good. Great. Cool. Okay. Good. So that's great. So let's go on to the next one. We'll just kind of go through these, but that one went really well. And I should say as well, because it will help you, like you actually answered 2 questions in one, right? Don't need to do that.
Okay.
Just we'll wait until. So we've seen tons of sightings. Then you can describe to me the hikers and so forth. I think it's easier for you to just to be focused on the one kind of beat, the one story beat, and then we'll go to the next question. Okay. So you were talking a bit about Mount Shasta and how Mount Shasta it is a dormant volcano, but there's some energy around there. There's some energy around that space, that area that you believe perhaps the UFOs could be using to fuel their craft, like you said, as a gas station, which I love. Because this is actually a theme throughout the show that we talk about, so this would be something I'd want you to speak about. So tell me how you feel about Mount Shasta being a gas station for, possible gas station for ET visitors.
Mount Shasta produces geothermal energy. And with that geothermal energy, UFOs seem to be attracted to it. And that is why a lot of people see UFOs come in and out of Mount Shasta. It's sort of like a gas station for UFOs.
Love it! You're doing fantastic. See, I knew we just needed to, and then we would be fine. So describe these kind of underground, what you'd call almost like taverns, like an underground taverns, lava tubes underneath this mountain. Like there's a whole kind of subterranean world going on down there.
Mount Shasta has numerous lava tubes and caverns, and they all connect. And locals believe that these caverns will lead you to Telos, and Telos is the capital of Lemuria. People seen walking through the walls of these caverns and also to the lava beds.
Okay, great. Have you heard stories that people just simply vanish in the area?
There are many missing people from Mount Shasta. 1,200 unsolved disappearances. And one of the most notable ones was with Carl Landers in 1999. And he's an experienced hiker. And he was hiking with his two buddies. And as they were hiking above the tree line, there was nothing but snow. So you can see all the way through. And Carl Landers just disappeared, vanished. And to this day, they still not ever found his body, his backpack, nothing. And one of the search and rescue people told the other hiker friend of his that either he went up or he went down.
Even the rescuer said that. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
telling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me what you feel about how the Lemurian connection to Mount Shasta. Is there one?
Yes. Oh.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I mean, I kind of changed the question around.
Okay.
Does Mount Shasta have one of the last of the Lemurians living in its caverns?
Locals say that last of the Lemurians live in the caverns and the lava tubes of Mount Shasta, because these lava tubes and these caverns will lead them to an underground city, and that underground city is Talos, which is the capital of Lemuria inside Mount Shasta.
Perfect. And then talk to me a little bit about is Mount Shasta often revered in the lore of Native people? What is the connection between Native Americans and Mount Shasta, do you think?
Native Americans say that Mount Shasta, they consider it as a sacred site, a sacred center of the universe, and the home of the Creator. Various tribes trace their origins to Mount Shasta.
Okay, great. On that last one, you really sounded like you were reading, and I know they don't like that. Is there any way you could just try to tell me,
Sure.
if I just say to you, like, tell me about what Native Americans feel about Mount Shasta, and just try to look at me as much as you can. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even when you're being interviewed on camera, you'll be able to reference your notes in between, questions, of course, but we just don't want it to come off as somebody's just reading, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Native Americans say that Mount Shasta is a very sacred mountain, that their origins come from Mount Shasta. Oh, I want to do that one. Okay,
yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay.
you can do it again.
Okay. Native Americans say that Mount Shasta is where they originated from, and that it's a sacred mountain, and they consider it the center of the universe.
Wow, great, wonderful. So I'm happy with this. I think we can now, start recording, and I'll just ask you the questions again, same ones. No, yes. Try to look at me, look at the camera, whatever, as much as you can. If you need to pause in between, between me asking the question and you look down at your notes, look at your notes, that's fine. And come back to me, tell me what you want to say. Okay? That's fine. And we'll do one at a time. One question at a time, so you don't have to feel like you have to, chop off too much at a go. Okay? Any one that you want to try again before we record, or are you feeling good? I feel like you're ready. But
yes,
okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Let me get the
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love it. All right. He's ready. All right.
Recording in progress.
Okay. I'm also going to. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. So, Paul, tell me. Would you call Mount Shasta a UFO hotspot, and why?
Mount Shasta is a UFO hotspot. And as a retired California Department of Fish and Wildlife supervisor, I've talked to many hunters, hikers, campers, fishermen, and they've told me that they have seen UFO activity at Mount Shasta. So the numerous reports just come in on UFOs, UAPs at Mount Shasta. They even say that they see.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Look and then look back to me. They even say.
Okay. They even say that the Lemurians live in underground caverns inside Mount Shasta, and those UFOs belong to the Lemurians.
Fantastic. Number 2, are there just tons of sightings of UFOs that go into and out and coming out of Mount Shasta? And what examples do you have of that?
Again, as a let me do that again.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just start. Let me break down.
Okay.
Are there a lot of sightings of UFOs and UAPs going in and out of Mount Shasta?
As a retired California Department of Fish and Wildlife supervisor, I've talked to many hunters and fishermen who've told me they've actually seen UFOs going inside the mountain and coming out of the mountain. And one hunter even told me that he saw UFOs go inside the mountain, and right behind them were 3 military jets. So yes. Oh, I shouldn't have said so. Yes.
Okay. All good, all good. Is Mount Shasta a dormant volcano, but it's also a natural energy source that UFOs seem to be using to maybe fuel their craft, almost like a gas station?
Mount Shasta is a dormant volcano, but it still produces geothermal energy. And that geothermal energy is utilized by UFOs. It's sort of like their gas station.
Let's try that one more time because I think you can.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need to look at your notes for this one. You know this.
Okay. Mount Shasta is a dormant volcano, but it produces geothermal energy. And that geothermal energy is believed to be the source, the energy source for UFOs. And UFOs use it as a gas station.
Wonderful. Describe to me the underground lava tubes and caverns that are underneath the mountain.
Mount Shasta has numerous lava tubes and caverns, and many locals and Native Americans believe that these caverns and lava tubes will lead you to Telos. And Telos, from the surviving Lemurians, is their capital city of Lemuria, and they live right inside the mountain.
Great, let's talk about that. Tell me about the connection between Mount Shasta and the Lemurians.
Okay.
I skipped a question. Is that what's throwing you off? Fine,
Yeah.
skipped a question. Let's go back. I skipped a question just because we were talking about Lemurians. Are there many stories of people who just simply vanish on Mount Shasta?
Mount Shasta has many disappearances. There's 1,200 unsolved disappearances that happened at Mount Shasta. And one of the most notable ones was Carl Landers in 1999. He was hiking with his 2 experienced buddies, and they went above the tree line, and there was nothing but snow, so they could see all the way through. And Carl Landers just vanished. And to this day, they still have not found his body. And Carl Landers is just gone. A search and rescue person told one of the hikers either he went up or he went down. Hello?
Recording stopped.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Marianne, this is Paul. You froze up and disappeared.